Hi, we're back for some more language. We're working on a language workbook page from our bundle, and it's page 166. It's reviewing ABC order. ABC order is one of the things we've tried to do a little bit of throughout the school year. So when we got to this point, it wasn't as hard. The nice thing that you'll notice here at the top is they actually wrote out the letters of the alphabet so people can, each one of you can see a little easier the relationship of which letters come before the others. If that helps you on these worksheets, you can go ahead and write those out at the top or the bottom of your paper to use as a reference. In the classroom, we have it on the board, so that would be helpful. But at home, you might not have an alphabet on your board, but you can always on your wall, so you can just write it on your paper and have it right there where you need it. In the top section, they give us two groups of words. They want us to number each group of words in alphabetical order. So the word that would come first, you're going to write the number 1 beside of it, 2 for the next word, 3, and then the last word would get a number 4. Then I would go over to the second group of words and I would start over again with the number 1 and go through number 4. So go ahead, if you haven't done this section, I want you to pause the video and I want you to do these two parts on your own. When you're done, hit play again and we're going to go over the answers together. Okay, welcome back, and let's look here at our group of words here, and we needed to find out which one comes first in alphabetical order. So we're going to look each of these, we're going to look at the first letter of the word, and all of them are different, so that will actually make it easier. Which one of these did you have go first? Well, we started the alphabet. A is the first letter. The word asteroid starts with the letter A, so we put a number 1 beside of it. And then we would just keep going. Do we have any words that start with letter B? No. How about C? Yes, we have one that starts with the letter C, so constellation would be our second word. And then we just continue on down. D would have been the next one, and then moon is the last one. Okay, so you should have had 2, 4, 1, and 3 for that group. Again, you should already have these filled out. I'm going to fill them out and you check your answers for this next section. We don't have any words that start with A, but we always start with A and work our way across. Which one of these did you have coming first? Right, you should have had cosmic, right? And then what's the next one? Well, D, E, right? So earth. Again, these all start with a different letter, so we're just looking at the first letter of each word. And then we're looking at satellite and meteor. Well, which letter comes first, M or S? And if we look here at the alphabet, we see, yep, M comes before S. So we end up with 4, 3, 2, 1. If you missed any or need to change something, just pause, erase, and fix your answer. In the next section, we're going to do some more practice in ABC order. They want us to circle the word that comes second, not the first one, but which one would be in the middle, which one is the second word. All right, so let's look at this first group of words. We have gravity, galaxy, and geography. They all start with the letter G. So since it's just like when we did numbers, when they start with the same, we have to go to the next letter. We look at the R, the A, and the E. Well, we know A is going to come first. Galaxy would be the first word. So that one wouldn't be the second one since we're supposed to circle the second one. Which one would come next? E or R? Right. E, geography, would be the next one. Let's do another one before I have you pause the video and do some more on your own. Let's go across here to this column. terrestrial, twinkle, and telescope. All three words start with the letter T. So we need to look at the second letter. Look at the second letter. We need to figure out which ones can come first. Well, both these, terrestrial and telescope, both start with TE. So for these two, we actually have to look at the third letter. We have L and R. Which one would come first? Telescope would come first. So terrestrial is going to be our second word. Good job. Pause your video, and I want you to do the other 6 groups of words and come back and we'll check your answers to see how you did. Okay, welcome back. You should have these completed. Let's go over the correct answers for you. Again, we're looking for which word would be second. We have earth, eclipse, and equinox. EC is the middle word, so you should have circled the word eclipse. The next one down, we have after, actually, and always. They all start with A, so we're going to look at the second letter. We have F, C, and L. And if you go through your alphabet, you'll see that actually would have been first, so after is our second word. In the last group of words at the bottom of this side, we have space, science, and smooth. Again, they all start with the letter S, so we have to look at the second letter. We have SP, SC, and SM. SC would come first, so then we have to decide, does P or M come next? Well, if you look at your alphabet, M comes before P, so you should have circled the word smooth. In the next section, over here, we'll finish this side. We have crater, celestial, and cluster. CR, CE, and CL. You figured out that celestial would be first, so that's not the word we are to circle. And then you have to determine whether L or R would come next. And L comes before R, so cluster is your next word. In this section, we have whisper, want, and winter. WH, WA, and WI. Want would be the first word, so that's not our correct answer. So we have to determine, does I or H come first? H comes before I, so whisper is our second word. This next group, we have orbit, Orion, and oasis. We have OR. Oh, we have 2 words that start with OR. So we have to look ORB and ORI and OA. Well, you figured out oasis would be the first word, right? So we're going to ignore that one. That's not our answer. We have to decide which one would come next, whether it's orbit or Orion. And we know that the letter B comes before the letter I. So orbit would be the second word, and Orion would actually have been the third. They had a few tricky ones in there. So if you missed something, erase completely and then circle the correct answer so your paper's all correct. The next section is going to take you a few minutes. They want you to list these words in alphabetical order. Hint, cross off each word after you use it. In the past, some students have found it easy if they just actually wrote numbers beside the words. And that way, it's much easier to erase a number here than to have to erase a whole bunch of words at the bottom. So we'll look here and decide. Let's see if we can at least find out which word would come first. Well, do we have any words that start with the letter A? And you look through the list, and we find that the word absent, right, starts with the letter A. So that's going to be our first word. So I wrote the number 1 beside that. I want you to pause your video, and I want you to go ahead and I want you to complete this section on your own, and then hit play, resume the video, and you can check your answers on the screen when you get done. Okay, welcome back. I'm going to go ahead and, for the sake of TV magic right here, we're going to zoom in on the answer keys and we'll look. Okay, have your paper in front of you and go through and let's check. You should have absent, cart, Eskimo, grumble, and ink in the first column. Then you would have not, leopard, music, night, and ounce in the middle column. In the third column, you have prize, snow, thimble, umbrella, and wagon. If you need to, pause the screen here and make all the changes that you need to make sure those are right. Sometimes if you make a mistake early on, then it messes up the words that would follow. So I hope this helped. I hope it seemed really easy. Most of you have a good grasp of this. And I'll see you next time. Bye.